So guys, before this video starts, just to let you know, those that were hoping to see a really nice run video, this all upgraded, doing lots of stuff, you're not going to get that. Unfortunately, I got about 2 minutes into it, broke something in the gearbox. I think it's either the gear selector or something in the gearbox, because the slipper, like the motor's turning, the slipper, you can see the slipper clutch is still turning round. So there's a bit of an issue with the gearbox. I'm going to do a little bit of investigation tonight and have a look. But anyway, this is the upgrade video, and 95% of it is on the workbench here, showing you what I'm doing with this truck. I'm going to show you now the only footage I've got it running, and you'll see I got literally not even a minute, I don't think, before it broke. So apologies, this isn't going to be a full running video of this upgraded, but I know some of you will want to see what I've done to it. I wasn't going to bother uploading because I broke it, but I know that quite a few of you may want to see. Anyway, here's like a minute or 2 minutes of running of it, and then the rest of the video will be me upgrading it. Sorry. I'm not going to talk too long. We'll get this thing started up and then we'll go for a bit of a trail. I've trimmed the bumper here because the wheels were rubbing on it, and I've trimmed all the arches as well. Not the neatest of jobs at the moment. Definitely need to do a little bit of cosmetic work to tidy that up. 3S Lipo sound kit under the bonnet or hood. We're ready to go for a trail. What's up guys, welcome to the garage. We have got this big behemoth today, the 1/8 scale double E Land Rover. Now, the long awaited upgrade video. I've been asked quite a few times, when's the Land Rover coming back on? It's on now, and I am going to upgrade it and then we're going to take it for a run. So, completely stock, it runs really nice, oil shocks, although I think where it's been sat for so long they've leaked some of the oil out, needs a bit of a dust. But if I move this out of the way, over here, we have got a big pile of upgrades, including some new wheels. Now, these wheels are very nice, sent to me by Banggood, shameless plug, link in the description. The tyres are Proline Super Swampers. I'm gonna say now, these wheels aren't really suitable for this. The offset's quite the offset's not right, so they do stick out a bit, and I've probably got the wrong size tyres. They're a bit too tall. However, what I want to do is upgrade this, and we're not going to take it straight crawling. I'm going to stiffen the suspension up a bit. We're going to do a bit of a soggy mud run. It's been raining in the UK for a long time, lots of mud, so we're going to go and play in the mud with these tyres. Anyway, I'll put these on last, but the wheels look really nice. What else have we got? Now, the drive shafts. The drive shafts were fine on mine. I did see that, I think it was Steve from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7. He broke his quite easily. I don't know whether it's a weak spot. Anyway, I've ordered some new ones. I ordered orange to match the truck, and I think in this bag, yeah, I ordered another set of silver ones, different make to these. These are ZD Racing ones, so I wasn't sure which was going to fit the best, so I ordered a couple of sets of Driveshafts, 25 kilogram servo, waterproof, a little micro servo. I think that's the right size for the gear shifter, maybe. A quick run crawler brushed ESC, 80 amp, comes with a program card. This decent ESC I've read. And finally, a Holmes Hobbies Trailmaster Sport motor. And Holmes Hobbies have got some really good reviews, so I wanted a half decent 550 in there. I think I've also got a little smaller servo there just in case that one's too big. But anyway, they're all the upgrades. Every now and then I will chat along the way, but I'm going to time lapse this video because it's quite a long one. Some of you might want to watch me and listen to me breathing for half an hour or an hour while I get all this apart and start putting some stuff in, but others probably won't. So I'm going to time lapse this and then we'll come back when I've got the body off. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the motor. So nice and easy, this comes off, just 2 bolts at the front, or 2 bolts at the front and 2 on the rear casing, and the whole thing comes off, and then we should be able to now take it apart and get this motor off. So this should have metal gears in it. Pretty sure I've seen this stripped apart again by Steve from RC Tanks and Trucks. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Very good channel, lots of stuff on there, lots of interesting builds, some massive 1/5 scale stuff, and you know, just really good content. So there's your slipper clutch, plastic slipper clutch, and then there's your motor with your pinion on it. There's about a ton of Loctite on these, so I'll be back in a minute. So the new motor, the new motor is in. That pinion was on like a itch on the other motor. We had to get the old blowtorch out, but it's off now. Just got the soldering iron on. Gonna take the leads off of this one and transfer them onto this. Then we're gonna mount this back on the gearbox, and then it's on to probably the ESC routing and the gear selector servo next. Although I won't turn the camera off yet, I will treat you to my soldering. Or soldering, as some of you may call it. If you haven't soldered before, I have got a couple of how-to videos. Teach you in 3 minutes or 10 minutes, your choice. Really easy to do though. Once you've done it a few times, it will come naturally. I've been doing it for about 20 years or so. Not saying I'm a professional, because I like to do things as quick as possible, so I do cut corners. Don't tell my boss that. But it is really easy to solder. As you can see, because we're doing this real time. Don't breathe the solder in, it's really bad for you. Done. So I'm going to get this mounted in now. Then I'm going to look at the gear selector servo. I'm going to change that over, get the electronics on, then we're going to get the drive shafts on, and then we'll go from there. So I've had a look at the servo, and the servo I've got, it's got a different size gear on there, and that's got a pretty decent specific servo horn on there, so I'm going to keep that on. It doesn't look too bad. It has only got to just pull the shift rod, so that's not going to be changed. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get the electronics in, get a receiver in there, get everything plugged in, make sure it works, and then I'm going to clean up and re-oil, fill the shocks up with oil, get the wheels on, and I'm also going to put the sound kit in. So this is the Quick Run ESC. There's your program card, a few bits and pieces in the box. And if anything, it looks very nice. Comes with an XT60 connector, which is good for me because I've got quite a few batteries that use XT60. And then these are your motor wires. I could have soldered it direct onto the motor, but what I think I'm going to do is put some bullet connectors on here so I can then disconnect it if needed. Anyway, I switched my bloody soldering iron off as well, didn't I? So, going to get this fitted, get it wired up, and then we're going to get steering servo in, and then I think we're probably ready for a little test. So, my battery died on my GoPro, and I got a few bits done and called it a day last night because it was getting a bit late, it was a bit cold. Anyway, we've got the 25 kilogram servo in, I've got the ESC in with a receiver. I'm using this 4-channel ZD Racing one. It's a really nice transmitter. This comes with, I think it was the little MT16. So we've got that in. I think I've already said that I'm keeping that servo in. That's all plumbed in. So gearbox is back on and we've got the motor on. Everything's mounted up, ready to give it a quick test. And then all we've got to do, I want to put the sound kit in, get the wheels on, and I think that might be it. So I'm going to leave it on the stock settings. It does come with a program card and you can program this to do all sorts because it's the crawler one. But what we'll do, we'll plug it in, check it on its default settings, transmitter on, switch it on. I've already set the ESC up with the transmitter. You have to obviously do your throttle, neutral and stuff like that. So that's our 25 kilo servo, nice and strong. And then ESC. That's low gear, got it on channel 4. That's high gear. So that's running 3S at the moment, and I'm going to keep it 3S. I think you got that extra wheel speed, which is what we're going to need. What I like about this ESC, because it's the crawler one, look how controllable it is. Just slightly touch the throttle. Look at that. Really nice, controlled crawling you can do with that. So we are all good with electronics. I'm going to get the sound kit in and then we're going to get the body shell back on. You can mount this the other way around and have the motor up front, so you've got a bit of weight up front. But I think it'll be all right there with the size of the new wheel, with the size of the new wheels, having the battery and the sound kit. If I can get the sound kit up front, I think we'll be fine for weight distribution. Anyway, I'm going to get it all back together and then I think we may be ready for a test. Forgot to say, I got the orange drive shafts on. There's about maybe ½ an inch spare. They should be all right. Hopefully they won't twist and come off, but I'll make sure I take the spare ones with me just in case, but fit on there nicely. And like I've already mentioned, there's a link to everything I'm using in the description. So the sound kit will easily, or should easily fit under the hood. There we go guys, everything is in. Wired up. Sound kit is working. I'm not sure what sounds on there at the moment, but we'll keep it on. It sounds quite nice. But if you've not seen this, there is a video to this. I'll put a link above now and I'll show you on there all the different bits and pieces you can do with it and all the different sounds you can have. So that's all wired in. Gonna get the body shell on, get the giant wheels on and get it out for a run. Now I've been round, I've cleaned all the suspension up. Even though it looked like it'd been leaking a lot of oil, there's hardly any out of it, so I think it's just where it's been sat that's come out. So stiffened the rear up. I'm going to stiffen the front up as well, because obviously with them big wheels I don't want it to be rubbing too much, and we're going mudding with it, so it shouldn't need too much articulation. Anyway, I'm going to get it all back together now, and the next time you see this, we'll be out ready to give it a run.